So I ordered a Ugreen NAS. I believe it's a DH2300. Holds up to 60 terabytes, although I don't plan on using that much anytime soon. So I'm gonna set it up and see what's up. It was about $200 on Amazon, which is pretty good. Okay, it's about this big. It's about this big, about a hand. How does this open? Oh, okay. That was not smooth at all. Let me just. Okay. Okay. This looks pretty cool. I did pick up a hard drive. It's not a NAS hard drive. It's just a. Video hard drive. I did some research and this should be good enough for now. Okay, let me put this in. I think I need screws. Also has this box. This might have the screws. Alright, first we got our Ugreen NAS GH2300 manual, and we've got cable. There's our screws. And did it come with thing? I'm not sure. Here's the power cable. And what else do we have? Aha. It came with a screwdriver. So let me secure this real quick. And there's a screw here. I don't know if that one's required. I'm gonna just skip that one. Secure down the other side. You do have to push this to line up these screws. And screw. Just slide this right in. It just clicks. Okay, awesome. Now, time to plug this thing in. Old Dell laptop that I found in my storage. I believe it's an Inspiron 15. I got it from my parents a long time ago, but it was kind of crap. So I'm hoping I can use the storage in this put in here if it's enough and if it fits. So I'm gonna check it apart using my little kit. So yeah, let me do that. Alright, I tried to take out the battery, although unfortunately I cannot, so we're just gonna start with the screws that we got here. Got a little, these are Phillips, so I'm just gonna take these out. And hopefully the battery connected doesn't like fry me or something. So, okay, perfect. Alright, so we got, I believe this is RAM, this is the Wi-Fi card, and this is what we want. There, a little hard drive. I'm not really sure how big this is, but I believe this should be the right type of hard drive. Let's see. It's tiny screws out. Short screws, I'm not really sure how short screws like this hold this thing in place, but okay. I guess this pulls out. Oh, I see. There's a screw here in the back. Actually, let me turn this around just for some better viewing angle. Yeah, like I said, I don't really care what happens to this laptop, so. And there is our hard drive. Now, the question is how big this is. It's a Toshiba. It's 500 gigabytes, and it's an HDD just like the other one. So, I think this should work. Kind of just DIYing this. So, let's put this in the Ugreen NAS. So now we got our 500 gigabyte Toshiba hard drive. Screw that came with our NAS and all screws. So let's take this out. Slide out slot number 2. And oh, I see. Okay, so we're not gonna be able to use the housing, but we can still slide this in, I believe. Should just go right like that. And if we really wanted to, can also still put this back. I'm hoping this isn't an issue. So, yeah. And then we can just put our cap back on. And that should be good to go. Now I just gotta plug this in. And take this and plug the Ugreen NAS in. Boom. And then Wi-Fi cable. Set that up. Perfect. Just wait till the click. And then I got my Xfinity router and just plug it into the first one available, like so. Okay, so now that I've searched for devices, there's our DH2300. Let's register it. I read I do not want to participate in device analysis improvement program. Next, actually, let's also register. Let's rename this to. So I'm gonna set my administrator count. Give me one moment. Okay, now we're on the third screen. It wants me to find an email address. I'm not gonna do this, just because there are other ways to access your data updates. Okay, now it should just be loading up my drives that I put in there. Inside of storage. Next, there's my storages, my hard drives. Create a storage pool. Do this one. It's like RAID type. Basic. How much things exactly? Lost as a one. For now, I'm not going to worry too much about data protection. So, system usage available. Yeah. So I want as much as possible for now. After some deliberation, I'm going to go with BTRFS. Password, and now it is creating the storage pool. I'm not sure exactly how long this will take, but yeah, so I think I just gotta wait on that. Now, for remote access of my NAS, what I need to do is set up Tailscale. The problem with the DH2300 though is that it has a really low RAM. It only has 4 gigabytes of RAM, so it doesn't have Docker access, and the only way I can actually remote access it without using I think it's TPS link or LP link, is by using Tailscale. And because I can't use Docker, I have to SSH into my Ugreen in order to download Tailscale. I finally SSH'd into the Ugreen NAS, and now I'm just installing Tailscale. So I finally just installed Tailscale after SSHing into my Ugreen NAS. One of the things I wanted to do with my Ugreen NAS is replace Obsidian Sync that I pay a subscription for. So to do that, you use Remotely Save, which is a community plugin. So this is kind of a summary of what I got done on my Ugreen NAS DH2300. Named it Hubby, has 4 gigabytes of RAM. As for the setup, there's 2 drives. One's 1 terabyte, one's 500 gigabytes. And they're 2 different brands. Here's kind of what I did in terms of the configuration, BTRFS, and the RAID 1 configuration. Now, in terms of setting up remote access, all I had to do is enable SSH onto the NAS, connect via terminal on my ThinkPad, then install Tailscale via terminal via SSH, and then activate it and log in with the URL, and then enable SMB, and then connect a server on my iPhone on files, and then enter the username and password with the NAS IP, and the Tailscale NAS IP, not just the NAS IP. And what I did also do is I set up my Obsidian Sync on my NAS. First, I created a folder called Obsidian, and then I had to do the path. So the path was home/Obsidian, and it just automatically found the file, or automatically found the folder, and then it just posted my two vaults into it. So now it syncs via my NAS, and therefore I don't have to pay the Obsidian Sync subscription. So the next step with my Ugreen NAS is to set up a camera in my apartment. I'm using a Blink right now, but I have security concerns over it, so I'm going to replace it with this, which is able to sync with the Ugreen NAS and be only accessed by me.